So much for Stadia being light on news this week, as 4 new games have been announced, and we'll take a big look at those individually. We'll also take a look at the latest Geforce Now news, including a massive tease from Nvidia, and I'm really wondering what the heck they're doing. So let's check out our first game. That's Somni. This is a game about investigating paranormal activities. I've gotten an opportunity to check out some gameplay of this, and guys, this shiz is beyond terrifying. This is the type of game that you play and you have nightmares afterwards. It looks like the game is still in early access, so there's definitely some bugs and some things, but there's this thing where there's these types of ghosts. One is an ethereal, I think I'm saying that right, and you have to hide from them. The other is a cryptid that you can shoot down, but only after doing like a summoning ritual to gather the weapon off that ritual. I mean, this game is wild. There's also seems to be some abilities that you can purchase from a perk shop. There's a 6-player online co-op servers, so there's really a lot happening here, and I don't know how I feel about this game. Just gonna be honest, the game just seems like it's too much for me personally, but if you guys are into horror games, here you go with Somni. Our next game is Gravitar Recharge from Atari. I'm sure you guys are starting to be familiar with these Atari titles. This one looks like it's got some good stuff though. To me, it looks like the game Asteroids, right, with this little ship, but instead you're going through challenging environments where you fly that little ship, you take out some baddies, you travel through some crazy little environments, and it just looks plain fun. Game does have 24 missions, an arcade mission, and all of this is playable in co-op, so some good stuff there. Now, the other games that were officially announced today, I think we've talked about them in previous videos as they were rated before. We have Slaycation. This is the top-down tower defense twin stick shooter. It very much looks promising. This is the title that just released a few weeks ago. It got some good positive user reviews so far since its release. As I said before, the game is just full of nothing but mayhem, explosions, mindless fun. It just looks like a good time, which I'm never going to complain about. And then the last game announced today was Snowtopia, a ski resort builder. But as I've said before, no money is involved in this game, as you just rely on volunteers to work the resort and build everything up. So if you guys like to build things from scratch, run through your creations yourself, I think this title might be your thing. And so that brings us closer to the much 100 promised titles from Stadia this year in 2022. So I mean, kudos to Stadia, but I have to say, with this Ubisoft event coming this Saturday and just the general end of the year announcements, I really am expecting a lot of bigger games to potentially be maybe announced, and there's no inside information. I'm just kind of speculating that we'll definitely hear some form of games that we are all really going to be hyped for. And overall, I think we'll just see a general, consistent, continued, steady release of good indie games throughout the year as well. With that, guys, the Geforce Now news has been steadily getting announced lately for the past couple weeks. There's been some improvements, as things like 1440p, 120 FPS is now going to be available through the browsers for PC, and instead of us having to use the dedicated app, we can go ahead and just use the browser and get that awesome resolution, that freaking 120 FPS. That's just something amazing. And something that I want to bring to your guys' attention is that Geforce Now announced this via Twitter, something yesterday called Project Beyond. Guys, I have no idea what ungodly earth this could be. I couldn't even guess, if I'm being honest with you guys. Let me know what you guys think below, because honestly, your guess is absolutely going to be as good as mine. With that, I'm going to show you guys a list of the September games for Geforce Now. Steel Rising, guys, is a game that looks certainly promising, and reviews are coming out for this game, and they look pretty good on this, and I'm going to have to give this one a shot. Gloomwood has also already launched with 1,400 overwhelmingly positive user reviews. It's a stealth horror title, and the game Trail Out released yesterday. This has had good reviews as well. It's a game about explosive races, crashes, destruction. Literally, this sounds like my type of game. I have a zero finesse when it comes to racing games, and I'm just the type of guy who like just bulldozes through things, especially in car games. And if any games on this list today look interesting to you guys for Geforce Now, I've actually teamed up with Green Man Gaming. Click the link below, and anything you guys buy off that link, I'll get a little kickback for the channel, and it helps support the channel and keeps the lights on, as you guys can see the lights on from behind. Also, Steel Rising is on sale right now at Green Man Gaming, so it's a new game. It looks promising. A lot of people are giving it some good reviews. Check out the link below, and if you guys want to see the 3080 tier for GFN and see if it's worth it, check the video on the screen.